Hello everyone. Today we are going to deal with the fourth module. It is one of the most simplest module, and by looking at the chapter heading only you can make out that how simple it is. You all are well aware about the content of it, but you need to just put it in a right format. So the module name is e-commerce and electronic data interchange. E-commerce. Let's start with e-commerce. What is e-commerce? Commerce means what? Buying and selling of goods is called as commerce. Now when this buying and selling of goods is done electronically, that is over the internet, then it is called as e-commerce. So the definition of e-commerce is e-commerce refers to buying buying and selling of goods and services over the internet or over the network. Whatever the transaction that you make online, that is called as e-commerce. So the simple definition of e-commerce is all the buying and selling of goods that we make over the internet is called as e-commerce. Now let us see what are the different categories or the sectors of businesses that we find online. On online, we different product sectors are electronics such as mobile phones, televisions, anything that is related to the electronics. Then there is merchandise, that is your clothes, t-shirt, shirt, pant, whatever you can buy online. Then furnitures you can buy online. Your daily groceries what you need, that you can buy online. Medicines you can buy online. Books you can buy online. Electrical equipments you can buy online, such as tube lights, fans, or the switches, or the switchboards, whatever the electrical items are there, wires are there, those all things you can buy online. Stationery items you can buy online. Food you can order online. Eyeglasses, that is spectacles, that you can buy online. What are these are some of the products categories that you can purchase online. Apart from this, there are many other categories also, but these are the some of the categories. For example, electronics, you can buy television, you can buy computer, you can buy pen drive, whatever is related, you can buy laptop, whatever is related to the electronic, like mobile phones, that comes under the electronics, that you can buy on Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Merchandise, the clothes that you buy on Myntra or Amazon or Flipkart. Then furniture you can, there are different websites which sell only the furnitures. For example, pepperfry.com. Then there are various other furniture websites. Groceries you can buy online. Medicine you can buy online. This, for example, there is one website called 1mg.com. There is one website called practo.com. You can buy books, you can buy electrical equipments, you can buy stationaries, pen, pencil, eraser, all you can buy online. Food you can order online. Spectacles you can buy online. Then services which you can order online. Services such as transportation means going from one place to another. Different transporters that you can order online are such as booking your bus ticket. For example, if you want to go from Nippani to Mumbai, then you can order your bus ticket online through redbus.com or makemytrip.com or goibibo.com. There are different websites through which you can book your seats in the bus, train, or you can book flight tickets if you are going to abroad, or if you are going from flight from Mumbai to Delhi. If you want to go through aeroplane, then you can book the ticket online. You can book your movie tickets online through Book My Show, or you can book it through Paytm also. Then you can book a hotel room, you can book through Oyo, through booking.com, or through makemytrip.com. We can book the hotels. You can order the massages online. Then you can find a house for rent or office for rent on different websites such as magicbricks.com. These are the website which commonfloor.com, magicbrick.com, housing.com. These are the website through which you can take house or office for rent. There are different educational applications such as Unacademy is there, Byju's is there. These are the different online platform through which you can get education. Then there are different banking. All the banks which are there, they offer online services. Different insurances you can buy. Entertainment such as Amazon Prime, Netflix, YouTube, all these things you can find online. So these are some of the services and these are some of the products which you find online. In all these things, what is happening, there is buying and selling. That is, for example, in transport you are paying the money and buying the bus ticket or flight ticket, or you are booking a vehicle online. In movie also you are paying the money and booking the seat in a movie theater. In hotel also you are paying the money and booking a hotel room. In education you are paying the money and getting education through video, audio, or through text like Word document, PDF document. In insurance also you are paying the money and getting insurance for yourself. You are paying the money and getting the groceries online. You are paying the money and getting the electronic items online. You are paying the money online and getting the books online. So these are all the different e-commerce websites. Now let us see what is e-business. E-business is different from e-commerce. E-business refers to, as a definition we can see, e-business refers to broader online activity apart from e-commerce. That is, apart from e-commerce, e-business has broader online activity. That is, there is a broad number of activities involved, not only buying and selling of goods. That is, e-business refers to broader online activity apart from e-commerce, that is buying and selling of goods, but also activities like inventory management, production process control, cash flow management, etc. E-business involve all the activity right from sourcing the raw material to sale of the product or service. So the major difference between e-commerce and e-business is that e-commerce only involves buying and selling of the goods, that is taking the money and providing the goods. That involves e-commerce. But e-business involves all the activities right from purchase of raw materials. Supposing a company is involved in selling of computer, or we take for example mobile phone. What that company does, it procures the raw materials from different suppliers. It assembles the mobile phone, then it sells it online to the consumers. So may all these activities, that is procuring the raw materials from the suppliers, then designing the product, making the product, then storing the product, then selling the product, all these activity, if it is done by using the internet, then all those activities are called as e-business, whereas only buying and selling is called as e-commerce. Just see with an example. For example, consider an Amazon website. On Amazon website, what you do, you order a product. So what Amazon does, it sends the order to the warehouse. If the product is already present in the warehouse, then from the warehouse the product is picked up and it is delivered to the customer. Supposing order is placed to the warehouse and there is product is not there in the warehouse, then from warehouse the order is sent to the manufacturer or the seller. The manufacturer sends the product to the warehouse. From warehouse the product is sent to the customer. So e-business means right from placing the order to getting the product from the manufacturer, all the activities what are there, that involves e-business. Whereas e-commerce means only buying and selling of the goods. Only this buying and selling of the goods comes under e-commerce. Whereas e-business means when the order is placed, the order is sent to the warehouse online. From warehouse the order is sent online to the manufacturer. Then manufacturer sends the product to the warehouse. From warehouse it is sent to the customer. Customer pays money to Amazon. Amazon pays money to the seller. So all these background activities which happen, if they are happening by using the internet, then it comes under e-business. So basically e-business involves all those activities, right from procuring the product from the supplier to managing the manufacturing process. Each day how much should be manufactured, each hour how much should be manufacturing, this month how much should be manufacturing, the next year how much should be manufactured, storing them, how much should be stored, how much should be inventory management should be done, how the inventory management should be done, after how many products the production has to be stopped, after how many products the production has to be increased. All the managing all those activities is called as e-business. Now let us see what are the advantages of e-commerce. That is advantages of buying and selling of goods online. First, the advantage is that it saves time. It saves times in placing the order, but it takes time for that order to reach to you. But whereas if you are ordering something, supposing if you are recharging your mobile phone, then immediately within a second you can recharge your mobile phone. You don't have to go to a mobile shop, pay money and do the recharge. You can do it within a fraction of a second. Second one is it is convenient. Wherever you are, if you have just an internet connection, then you can do e-commerce or you can do business online. Less price. Compare it to the offline, the products which are sold online are generally less in price. There might be some products which are equal to the offline prices or higher than the offline prices, but majority of the products which we find online are cheaper than the products which are found offline. Then variety of products, in online you can get variety of products. There, supposing if you go to any shop, there may be 5 to 10 different variety of products, but if you go online you will find numerous number of hundreds of websites selling thousands of same product. So there is more number of options available in front of you while choosing a product. Whereas if you go to a shop near your home or any retail shop, there is less choice because the shopkeeper keeps limited number of variety or the number of goods which are frequently sold, only that he will keep in his shop. 24 into 7 you can do the e-commerce. That is, there is no any closing and opening time for doing business online. Then replace and refund, you can easily get replace and refund online. Whereas if you go to any shop for the refund, the shopkeeper might give refund or he may not give refund. Then no black market, there is no, whatever products or service we purchase online, we get a verified bill from the supplier or the seller. So there is no black marketing. Whatever product you purchase online, for that you are going to pay tax, or the seller who is going to sell, who has sold you the product, he is going to pay the tax to the government. Then special products, there are certain products which are available only in certain areas. For example, Kolhapur chappals are available only in Kolhapur. So but if you are still staying in Delhi, then through online you can buy the Kolhapur chappals from by sitting in Delhi itself. These are some of the advantages of e-commerce. Now what are the disadvantages? Disadvantage is that you cannot touch and feel the product unless and until the product arrives to you. Next one is the actual product which is shown online may differ in the color. It might show blue color, but it might be light blue or dark blue, or it might be smaller in size, because online you are just seeing the picture or seeing the video, you are not actually touching and feeling the product. No guarantee of quality cannot be guaranteed, as online you cannot demonstrate the product cannot be used before buying. Fraud, there might be some websites which are involved in fraud, that is they might take money from you but never deliver the product to you. So you need to be careful while doing online business. Your order might get cancelled due to unavailability of the product. Your order might get cancelled due to the seller may not be able to deliver the product in your area. So there might be various reasons for which your order might get cancelled. it takes time to arrive. Immediately once you order it, immediately you cannot expect the product to come. At least 2 to 3 days you need to wait. If you have any urgency, that time online will not be of help. There might be service issue. Supposing you buy a mobile phone and it gets spoiled in 2 to 3 months, then you might find it difficult to identify the service centers. Then you cannot avail the credit online. If you don't have the credit card, then you cannot buy the goods on credit online. Whereas in the actual shop which you go near your home, if you know him, the shopkeeper well, then the shopkeeper might provide you credit. Next one is you must be educated. That is, you must be well aware about how to do online shopping in order to take advantage of the e-commerce. So these are the disadvantages of e-commerce, and these are the advantages of this e-commerce. Advantages are you can quick order. It is convenient. You may not travel to the actual shop to purchase the product. Wherever else you are sitting, wherever you are there, you can order. Comparatively it is lesser priced than the offline shops. Variety of products. There are hundreds of products can be found. 24/7 you can do the shopping. You can replace and refund the product. There may be no black marketing. Special products which you may not get on the offline stores, that you can get online. There are various number of advantages. These are some of the advantages. Now disadvantages: you cannot touch and feel. Actual product may differ from what you see online. There is no guarantee of the quality of the product. Fraud might happen. Your order might get cancelled. It might take a lot of time for your order to reach. You might not find the service providers. You will not get credit, and you have to be educated. Everybody who is using mobile phone, they cannot do online business, because for doing online business you must be educated, or you must know how to use the different websites such as Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Now next important topic is different types of e-commerce. Basically there are three kinds of e-commerce. That is business to consumer, business to business, and customer to customer. First one is that business to business. Business to business means in this business is selling to the customer. That is, the person who is purchasing, he is the customer or the consumer. Business to consumer or business to customer means directly the businesses are selling to the consumers. That are, this consumer will in turn, he will not sell it to anybody else. He will use it for himself only. Such a websites or such a companies which are selling to the end user, the person who is purchasing, he should be the end user. Again, he should not sell it to somebody else. Such websites are called as business to consumer or business to customer websites. Different websites are such as Amazon, Flipkart, Oyo Rooms, Book My Show, Redbus, Myntra, all the e-commerce companies which sell directly to the end user. These are called as business to consumer websites. Now business to business. Business to business means here the seller is a business and buyer is also the business. The buyer is not the end user. The buyer will either use that product which he has purchased from other product to in making his new product, or he will modify that product, or he will sell the same product to somebody else. So he is not the end user. He is not using the product which he has purchased. Such type of websites are called as business to business website. These websites are mainly the suppliers. These websites are mainly the suppliers. They supply to manufacturing plants. They supply to the traders, where the traders are the customers. Here you can see instead of B to C, instead of B to C, B is replaced. Here C is there, here instead of C, B is there. That is, the businesses will open the other businesses website and order the products which are required for their business. For example are tradeindia.com, indiamart.com. Supposing, consider you are a manufacturer of a mobile phone. You are a manufacturer of a mobile phone. You are a manufacturer of mobile phone. For manufacturing of mobile phone, what you required? You required chips. That is, chips or circuit board. You required circuit boards or motherboard you require. Now what do you do when you require a motherboard? This motherboard or the chips, what chips means not eating chips, I am telling about the electronic chip circuit that are found inside the mobile phones. Or you consider screen, mobile phone screen you require for manufacturing of mobile phone. Now this screen, what do? You visit indiamart.com or tradeindia.com, and in that you search the mobile phone screens. Now you will get the list of mobile phone screen suppliers. From those suppliers you order some 10,000 or 20,000, how much ever 20,000, how much ever screens you want, those many screens you order from them, and you use that and screens and manufacture mobile phones and sell these manufactured mobile phones to the customers. So what you are doing, you are ordering the screen, mobile phone screen from different business. You are ordering the mobile phone screen from different business and using it in your business, and you are selling that to customers. So you are not using that screen for your own mobile phone, you are using that screen to manufacture the mobile phone and sell it to the customer. So this is called B2B website, that is business to business websites. Now next comes here is the C2C, that is customer to customer. Here both are the customers. That is, for example, you have a mobile phone and you want to sell that mobile phone. You want to buy that, supposing you have iPhone 7. You want to buy iPhone X or XR, new mobile phone you want to buy. Clear? That time what to do, this mobile phone you will sell it online. That is, you will upload your mobile phone on OLX websites such as OLX or quicker.com. In this you upload your mobile phone. Anybody who is looking for second hand mobile phone, they will also visit the OLX website, and they will see your photos which you have uploaded, and they will contact you regarding purchasing that phone. So here you are uploading you are a customer, so you are uploading your products. Who is buying it? Another customer is buying it. So there is a business happening between customer to customer. There is no any business involved here. So if you want to sell you have your old furniture in your home, you take a photo of that furniture, you upload it on websites such as OLX or Quicker. Whoever wants to purchase it from you, they will see all the details that you have uploaded with your photo, your phone number, your address. They will come and see the furniture. If they like it, they pay you the money and they purchase the furniture. So here what is happening, you are uploading the photo of the product, maybe your mobile phone, maybe your furniture, maybe your car, your bike which you want to sell. You are a customer, so you are uploading it. Who is buying it? Another customer is buying it, who is looking for second hand products such as bike, car, mobile phone, furniture. If is whatever second hand products he is looking for, he will get it online. So C2C means customer to customer. So these are basically three types of businesses, e-commerce websites that we find, that is business to consumer, business to business, and consumer to consumer or customer to customer.